Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just English with Emily, where every conversation helps you learn. I'm Emily.
And I am Michael. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here today.
You look very happy today, Michael. Are you having a good week?
My week is great now, but my weekend was a complete disaster. I tried to cook a fancy dinner at home.
Oh no, I know you are not a very confident cook. What did you try to make?
I tried to make a beautiful roasted chicken with vegetables. I saw a video on the internet and it looked so easy.
Cooking videos always make it look very easy. What went wrong with your chicken?
I forgot to set a timer on my oven. I went to the living room and started talking to my cat.
You were having a conversation with your cat? That is very funny.
Yes, I was asking her about her day. Suddenly, I smelled horrible smoke coming from the kitchen.
Let me guess, you completely burned the roasted chicken?
It was black. It looked like a piece of coal. It was totally inedible.
Let's explain that word for our listeners. What does inedible mean, Michael?
Oh, sorry. Emily, what does the word inedible mean? I know I couldn't eat it.
You guessed the meaning perfectly. Inedible means something is not safe or not good enough to eat.
Yes, my chicken was definitely inedible, so I had to put on my coat and go out to eat instead.
Going to a restaurant is a great solution when you burn your dinner. Did you go to a fast food place?
No, I wanted a real dinner, so I walked into a very nice, fancy restaurant down the street.
That sounds lovely, but you still look a little bit stressed. Did something happen there?
I felt so intimidated by the menu and the waiter. I forgot all my English words.
Wait, let's stop for a second. What does intimidated mean? Intimidated means feeling frightened or nervous because someone or something seems very impressive or powerful.
Exactly. The waiter was wearing a very nice suit. He spoke so fast and I just froze in my chair.
Ordering food in a second language can be very intimidating for anyone. It's a very common fear.
I just pointed at a picture on the menu and nodded my head. I didn't even know what I ordered.
Oh, Michael, we definitely need to fix this problem today. We can make restaurant English very easy.
Please help me. I want to enjoy eating out without sweating and panicking at the table.
Today, we are going to learn essential vocabulary and simple phrases for going to a restaurant.
My notebook is ready and my stomach is ready too. Let's do this.
But first, we have a small request. If you like our podcast, please click the like button.
Yes, and please subscribe to Just English with Emily and share this episode with your friends.
It really helps us grow and make more free English lessons for you. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, listeners. Okay, Emily, save me from my restaurant panic. What is tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is about arriving at the restaurant. You cannot just walk in and sit anywhere you want.
Really? But at the burger shop, I just grab a table near the window immediately.
Fast food is different. In a sit-down restaurant, you must speak to the host or hostess near the door.
The host, is that the person standing behind the small wooden counter with a computer?
Yes, exactly. You should smile and say, "Hello, I would like a table for one, please."
I would like a table for one, please. That is very short and polite.
If the restaurant is very busy, they might ask if you have a reservation.
A reservation. What is a reservation, Emily? Is that a special VIP ticket?
Not quite. A reservation is an arrangement you make in advance to save a table for yourself.
Oh, like when you call them on the phone the day before.
Yes, if you called them, you just say, "I have a reservation under the name Michael."
That is so professional. What if I don't have a reservation and the restaurant is completely full?
The host will tell you there is a waiting list. They might say it will be a 20-minute wait.
20 minutes? My hungry stomach would be very angry, but I will wait patiently.
Good. Now let's move to tip number 2. This is about reading the menu correctly.
Menus are so confusing. They have so many different pages and categories.
They do, but most menus are divided into three main sections. The first section is usually called appetizers.
Appetizers. That is a very long word. What does appetizer mean, Emily?
An appetizer is a small dish of food served before the main meal. It helps to make you hungry.
Oh, like a small bowl of soup or some garlic bread. I love garlic bread.
Yes, garlic bread is a perfect appetizer. In some countries, they also call this section starters.
Starters makes a lot of sense. You start your meal with them. What is the next section?
The next section is the most important one. It's called main courses or entrees.
Entrees. That sounds like a fancy French word. Does it mean the big plate of food?
Yes, exactly. In American English, the entree is the main dish, like a big steak or a bowl of pasta.
Okay, so I order my garlic bread starter and then my pasta entree. What is the last section?
The best section of all, the desserts section.
Desserts, like chocolate cake, ice cream, and sweet fruit. I never skip dessert.
Me neither. Now that you understand the menu, let's talk about tip number 3.
I am ready for tip number 3. The host gave me a table and I read the menu. What happens next?
Now your server will come to the table. Let's learn how to order your food politely.
Wait, Emily, what is a server? Is that a computer machine?
No, not a computer. A server is the person who brings your food. It's another word for waiter or waitress.
Oh, I see. Server is a very easy word to remember because they serve the food.
Exactly. The server will usually start by asking, "Can I get you something to drink?"
I usually just say water very loudly, but I know that is probably rude.
It is a little bit rude. Instead, you should say, "I'll have a glass of water, please."
I'll have a glass of water, please. That sounds much friendlier.
The server might ask if you want sparkling or still water. Do you know the difference?
Does sparkling water have tiny, shiny stars in it?
No stars. It's a very common question, though.
Wait, I should be asking the question. Emily, what does sparkling mean?
Sparkling simply means the water has bubbles in it, like soda water. Still means plain, flat water.
Ah, I understand. I'll order still water. The bubbles always make me burp.
Good choice. Now, when the server is ready for your food order, they will ask, "Are you ready to order?"
This is when my mind goes blank. The server stares at me and I panic. What should I say?
Don't panic. You only need to remember one magic phrase. Say, "I would like."
I would like, and then I just say the name of the food from the menu?
Yes, "I would like the roasted chicken, please." Or you can say, "I'll have the roasted chicken."
I'll have the roasted chicken. Wow, that is incredibly easy. Why was I so scared?
Because you didn't have a plan. Never say, "Give me the chicken." That is very impolite.
Give me the chicken right now. That sounds like a very hungry, angry bear.
It definitely does. Now, what if you want to know more about a dish before you order it?
Yes, sometimes the menu has strange ingredients. How do I ask the server about the food?
You can ask for a recommendation. You can say, "What do you recommend?"
Recommend. What does that word mean in a restaurant, Emily?
To recommend means to suggest something because you think it is very good. You are asking for the server's favorite dish.
Oh, that's a great secret trick. The server always knows what the best food in the kitchen is.
Yes, they do. You can also ask about the ingredients. For example, does this dish contain dairy?
Contain. Does that mean have inside? Like, does the food have milk inside it?
Perfect explanation, Michael. If you are allergic to something, you must tell the server.
I'm allergic to bad food. Just kidding, but my friend is allergic to nuts.
That's very serious. He should say, "I am severely allergic to nuts. Is this safe for me?"
That is a very important sentence to know. Safety comes first. What is tip number 4?
Tip number 4 is about asking for things in the middle of your meal.
Oh, I need this. I'm very clumsy. I always spill sauce on my shirt and need extra napkins.
Let's pause for a second. What does clumsy mean?
Wait, I know this one, but for our listeners, please explain what clumsy means.
Clumsy describes someone who drops things, trips, or has accidents easily.
Yes, that is exactly me. So how do I get the server's attention to ask for napkins?
You should make eye contact with them as they walk by, smile, and say, "Excuse me."
Should I snap my fingers loudly or wave my arms in the air like a bird?
Absolutely not. Snapping your fingers is extremely rude in English-speaking countries. Just a polite "excuse me" is enough.
Okay, no snapping. After I say, excuse me, how do I ask for the napkins?
You use our magic phrase again. "Could we get some extra napkins, please?"
Could we get some extra napkins, please? That is very polite and simple.
You can use that structure for anything. "Could we get some more water, please?" Or "Could we get the salt?"
What if there is a big mistake? What if my hot soup is completely freezing cold?
You don't have to eat cold soup. You can politely complain by saying, "Excuse me, but my soup is cold."
Will the server be angry at me if I complain?
Not if you are polite. You can add, "Could you please heat this up for me?"
Could you please heat this up? That means put it back in the oven or microwave.
Exactly. They want you to be happy with your meal. Just be kind when you ask.
Okay, I will be super kind. Now my stomach is full and I am ready to go home. What is next?
That brings us to our final tip, tip number 5. It is time to pay for the meal.
The saddest part of the evening, giving away my hard-earned money.
It is worth it for good food. You need to ask the server for the paper that shows your total cost.
Is that called the bill? I have heard people say the bill in movies.
Yes, in British English, it is called the bill. In American English, we usually call it the check.
The check. How do I ask the server to bring me the check without sounding bossy?
Use the same polite structure we practiced earlier. "Could we get the check, please?"
Could we get the check, please? That is so easy. I can definitely remember that.
Often, the server will ask you, "Are you paying together or separate?"
Separate? What does separate mean in this situation, Emily?
Separate means each person pays for their own food. Together means one person pays for the whole table.
So if I'm on a date, I say together. If I'm with my friends, I say separate.
Exactly. That makes it very easy for the server to run your credit cards.
There's one more thing about paying in America, right? The extra money on the table.
Yes, that is very important. You must leave a gratuity, which is usually called a tip.
Gratuity? What is a gratuity, Emily? That sounds like a fancy legal word.
Gratuity, or a tip, is extra money you give the server to thank them for their good service.
How much extra money should I leave? $5? A handful of coins?
In the United States, customary tipping is usually 15 to 20% of the total bill.
Wait, Emily, what does customary mean? Is it a law?
It is not a law. Customary means it is the traditional and expected behavior in that culture.
Okay, I understand. Tipping is customary. I will leave a nice tip next time.
Leaving a tip shows respect for the server's hard work, and that covers all our restaurant tips.
This was an incredible lesson. I feel like a professional restaurant customer now.
I'm so glad, Michael. Are you ready to review the tips for our listeners?
Yes, it's review time. Listen closely, everyone. I will recap everything we learned today.
Take it away, Michael. Start from the very beginning. What is tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is arriving. Speak to the host and say, "I would like a table for 2, please." Or tell them if you have a reservation.
Perfect. What is tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is understanding the menu. Look for appetizers to start, entrees for the main meal, and desserts for the sweet ending.
Excellent memory. What is tip number 3?
Tip number 3 is ordering politely. Say, "I will have," or "I would like," and ask, "What do you recommend?" if you're not sure what to get.
That is exactly right. What is tip number 4?
Tip number 4 is getting attention during the meal. Never snap your fingers. Smile, make eye contact, and say, "Excuse me, could we get extra napkins, please?"
Very good. And finally, what is tip number 5?
Tip number 5 is paying. Ask the server, could we get the check, please? Tell them if you're paying together or separate, and always leave a customary tip.
You are a brilliant student today, Michael. You recapped those perfectly.
Thank you, Emily. Your clear explanations make English feel like a piece of cake.
Speaking of cake, I think it's time for us to go eat dinner in real life.
Yes, I'm starving, but let's say goodbye to our wonderful listeners first.
Thank you so much for joining us in the Brain Gym today, everyone.
Yes, thank you for learning with us. Please remember to subscribe, like the video, and share this episode with a friend who's learning English.
Your support allows us to keep making these lessons completely free for you.
Now, we have a very important question for you to answer in the comment section below.
What is your absolute favorite food to order when you go to a restaurant? Are you a pizza person, a sushi lover, or a steak fan? Write your answer in the comments.
We read every single comment, and we love learning about your favorite foods from around the world.
Keep practicing your new phrases and go treat yourself to a nice dinner tonight.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.